U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar led passage of a bipartisan resolution Wednesday evening that would halt tariffs on products from Canada. The Minnesota Democrat told members that Canada is not just our neighbor, it's our number one trading partner. She says Minnesota exported $7 billion in goods to Canada in 2023, including ag products, machinery, and medical devices. Klobuchar said the tariffs had hurt one of the, quote, finest relationships in the world, end quote. The resolution passed with the support of 4 Republicans. Canadian Border State Senators Lisa Murkowski of Alaska and Susan Collins from Maine, and Kentucky Senators Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul.
Passing this resolution just became even more urgent because of the president's announcement of even more across-the-board tariffs this afternoon, including a minimum 10% tax on all imports and even higher tariffs on certain countries, including our friends and allies. This is a country that has thrived on the fact, and our economy has grown because we do business with the world. And already with the president's announcement, which he calls Liberation Day, I call it a national sales tax day, because the estimates are that these tariffs will result in about $5,000 in taxes. That's right, on the average family in America every single year. What has happened? Well, the stock market's closed, but the futures are tanking. They are tanking. And that is because people get that this is not going to work for our American economy. They don't want a national sales tax. People involved in the economy of this country, everyone from small business owners on, and they're going to be the first hit by this because they do not actually have the wherewithal and the big conglomeration to try to deal with it. Small farmers in my state that are already dealing with retaliatory tariffs, that are already dealing with the fact that Canadians who used to buy their stuff don't want to buy it anymore, or other countries aren't buying their stuff. And what happens then? The Canadians look for other markets, and there's other countries, other manufacturers, other farmers, and other nations that say, we are more than happy to fill your contract, sir. We are more than happy to help you out with that aluminum, ma'am, because of these tariffs. Tourism from Canada right now, the numbers just came out, down 75%. That is hotels, that is restaurants. You think they don't know what's going on in Canada? They're looking at every single move. First they were shocked, and now they're pissed. And that is exactly what's happening right now. This resolution is about drawing a line in the sand and saying, you cannot abuse your emergency powers to start an unjustified trade war. You cannot abuse your emergency powers to hurt one of the finest relationships in the world, the relationship between America and Canada. And you cannot drive up prices, eliminate jobs, and put in place a national sales tax. Canada is not just our neighbor. With my state, it's our number one trading partner. In fact, we do so much business with Canada that it is more than the total of our number 2, number 3, and number 4 largest markets combined. We are the 4th biggest ag exporter, the state of Minnesota, in the country. So we know a little bit about how this works.